Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the KSUIF podcast. This is episode 14. I am your host, Matt Ackerman. Across from me, as always, is
Mike Tkeski. I'm not spoiling Endgame.
You're not spoiling Endgame.
Nah,
We're not spoiling Endgame just yet. But to the left of me, we have
Kyle Eads. I'm back. Third time's the charm. I'm here to boil Endgame. Gonna slow roast it and just boil it in water.
You're gonna smoke it.
That's
I was
gonna smoke it too.
slow roasted.
Oh,
that's
slow
one way
roasted.
to oil.
Nice,
One way to oil the movie. But we also have another guest too.
Hello, I'm Janna Seifert. I am the lovely girlfriend of Mr. Eads.
I don't know how it happened either, guys. It's luck.
You can pray for me, that's fine. I take all prayers and all currency. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's great. So, as the title suggests of the podcast, because I do want to say that we are going to spoil
I won't.
We are going to spoil Endgame.
I'm not gonna do it. You guys can talk spoilers. I'll just give you feedback on everything that I said. I'm not
You're
gonna
just gonna-
spoil
you're
It's
it.
just gonna-
probably going to be me.
But since we are spoiling
It's-
Endgame, I do want to get everything that is important to KCOIF out of the way quickly. So starting with the Kent State Film Fest, that is happening
next week.
now this week because it comes
This
out.
week?
It comes out Mondays, Mike.
Oh my god.
It comes out Mondays,
That's
so
right.
it's happening
You have
this
2
week.
podcasts left. You still don't know what
Yeah,
Yeah,
time
it's coming.
they come
It's
out.
coming out this Friday.
That's right. It is this Friday.
Or no, the podcast is coming out Monday, but it's coming out this Friday.
Friday
the
when?
Kent State Film Fest. Well, it's
May 3rd.
Friday, May 3rd
Yeah,
at.
see, I was right. Next Friday.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Oh, shoot. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, yeah, okay.
I realized something.
Friday, May 3rd
Kyle can't be there.
in
I can't.
Schwartz Auditorium 177, not 117 like we thought because we are terrible with room numbers. It is 177, the big auditorium in Schwartz, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. And it'll go on until 10 p.m. We're going to be showing a bunch of shorts, a lot of good big local names of the film industry are going to be there too.
Better hurry. Tickets are going fast.
Tickets are indeed going fast. They are $7 on the website or on the shop right now, but they're $10 if you
At the door.
at the door. Yeah. So if you want to save money there, go ahead and get your tickets like right now. Even if you're not sure you're going to be there, it goes to a good cause. It goes straight to us to fund future films and next semesters and all that. It's going to be great. It's going to be a fun time showing off a
Yeah.
bunch of senior shorts.
Buy the tickets. Send your kids there.
Yeah. Send your kids. Send your family. Go ahead and do whatever.
KSUIF will watch them.
They're all on the website.
Yeah.
And speaking of,
Although, do you want your kids going to a movie? Because they're going to start yelling and talking.
No, see, that's why you send them there. KSUIF, the board members, they'll be there. They have to be there, so they'll
I mean,
watch them.
we
They'll
do have to be there.
Actually, we're just going to...
But then, we also have board member positions for next semester and the semester after that. The 2019-2020 year, the
Wow.
board.
Yeah.
We have new board applications. So if you want to be a vice president, if you want to run
Ooh.
revenue, if you want to do my job, which is called webmaster now,
That sounds
Master.
awesome.
it does sound awesome, and it is awesome. It is really awesome.
Webmaster.
Go
Sounds like
for it.
fun.
Nice.
And then, of course, you got VP Revenue, and then, or Treasurer, my bad, and then Film Fest Coordinator, which is also a very
Ooh.
fun thing.
Is that new?
No, that's been.
That's
Well,
been?
it's new this semester.
Okay.
We have
okay.
Ashley Byer who's doing that.
Is that like you're going to do a film festival every semester?
Yeah, I mean
That's awesome.
The Film Fest coordinator, like Ashley, she has done.
The 48 hours.
She's done the 48 hours.
Yeah,
so she did
those
the
ones.
48 hours, the Spring Fling, and the Trick or Treat Festival, and she's also coordinated the entire Kent State Film Fest with the help of us. But
Obviously.
it's definitely her creation, and we're very proud to see this in the works and just on its
No,
way.
yeah, that's awesome.
It's definitely grown to be something bigger, and I'm really proud of that.
please.
Sorry,
Um,
bump the table.
Kyle.
God, Kyle, come on, you've been on here 4 times.
He's too excited.
3 times.
Wow.
He's too excited talking Endgame.
But other than that, that's all the KCOF news I have. That's all the KCOF news that I think that matters right now. So,
Mhm. I got
mean, we could-
KSUIF news.
say it. I
What?
want to see it. I
You
want
want to know?
I want to know.
IFF has officially been bought by KSUIF competitor TV2.
What?
No, it hasn't. That's not.
We're
that's
not
That's not even
competitors.
KCOF news.
Yeah, it is.
That's like
What's-
TV2 and like any
Wait,
other
what's
business.
IFF?
IFF.
Independent
Oh, man.
Flash Films.
Yeah.
Oh, was that
Independent Flash
that's
Films.
the April Fool's thing?
No, it's not April Fool's. It's real.
Okay. No, I got some TV2. Oh, I guess it's not TV2. Really news. We can do the senior showcase first if you want to throw
Oh,
some
yeah.
shade to that. Throw some shade. What am I doing?
I don't know. I can't remember when exactly. I think it's supposed to be May 1st.
Yeah.
I think it's May 1st. Senior
It's a Wednesday.
Senior showcase. It's only gonna be the top 10. So
Best of the best.
yeah, best of the best.
Who do you think is going to make it into the top 10?
Yes.
I have my picks. I know at least 5.
I guarantee Mike's gonna be in.
No, I don't think
guaranteed.
so. I really don't think so.
Wow, way to have faith in your co-host.
No, I don't have
but
faith
when
in
you
mine.
when you put that next to Witness,
But hold on.
I haven't seen it.
it's really good.
Hold on. There's 10 spaces, and I have at least 5 that I know will be there.
See, my thing with Witness is because I'm friends with everyone pretty much. I'm a DMP kid, so I'm friends with everyone.
Yeah.
My thing with Witness is I'm not going to be judging on the DMP quality because I know Amanda's awesome, so I know it's going to look cool. I'm going to judge it on Alex's acting just because I'm in an acting class with her.
Yeah.
And she's not listening to this, so I know,
We only have 5 listeners, so.
that's fair. And 2 of them are on the podcast.
You don't
today.
know who listens to this podcast, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dan
I
and
listened
Zach.
to one that you were on.
That's
Because
fair.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna support my boyfriend. I'm gonna listen to the podcast, and then I haven't gotten around to the other ones.
You know, our
Yeah, see?
listeners have actually been pretty high recently.
Really?
Yeah, like
Really?
I
Well,
think our
cool.
last
420
we got like what is it?
I mean, 420 did happen like not too long ago.
We got like 30 plays on the last one, I think.
Mike.
So like that's pretty high. That's pretty high for us. Based on Spreaker, the statistics and all that stuff. But yeah, we're pretty good with our one viewer. It's great.
Yeah.
Well, no, we have at least 3.
Peaked it. Yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say you
me,
peaked
you,
at 3.
and Zach.
No, and Dan. Dan listens.
Oh yeah, Dan does listen.
Dan
now.
LeBeau?
No, Dan Braden.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
If Dan LeBeau listened to our
My
podcast,
goal is to get Tracy Bauman and Dan LeBeau to
Oh,
listen to the
man.
podcast.
I want to get Scott Hallgren to listen to the podcast. If he listens to this
Scott would
podcast,
shut us
Scott,
down.
if you're listening to this podcast,
Scott's
please
like,
follow
nope,
me back on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like I had to create a new Twitter account and I followed you and you never followed me back.
Oof.
It makes me feel sad. Please follow
Oof.
me back on
Please.
Twitter.
Please, the one dying wish.
The one dying wish, Scott. I'm not dying yet. Well, I was dying Tuesday because I was very sick. But like
Yeah.
if I died, I would have been sad because he didn't follow me. What am
But,
I saying? He's not listening to this.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not.
No.
You never know.
But I just want to say before we get into Endgame, talking that, go see the senior showcase. If you're a junior, definitely go see it because it may help you
Yes.
to figure
Oh,
out
wait,
what
that's
standards
me.
are.
I'm a
Yeah.
genius.
Yeah, that's
If
you,
you're
Kyle.
a junior
Um,
like Kyle Eads here,
Or technically you.
I'm a senior.
However,
I mean,
they
you're
I'm a
gonna do
senior,
it
I
next
got
semester.
yeah, I got one more semester.
So you got to
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
Yeah, but I already know what I
they
mean.
may
I've seen other
also
senior showcases.
change it how they're
Yeah.
doing it.
Because there's a ton of more. Because DEP's expanded every semester that I've been here.
Yeah.
It used to be like the reason that also they're doing only the top 10 is because
There's like 50 of us. in the
because
class
yeah they
right now.
couldn't show it'd go on for 2 days.
How many?
Yeah.
How many of them?
There's like 50 in the class.
Yeah, we have like 34 in the next class.
Yeah.
Or at
And
least
there were
when
like
I'm in,
20
34.
this last semester or something like that.
Yeah.
And of course, there's always people that like don't actually make it through.
That's true.
Because
yeah.
there are people that are in classes that like in the senior project that just don't do anything
Yeah, that's
and
fair.
end up like screwing it up.
Yeah, I've seen. So right now I'm going through. You have to peer review everyone on how
Mhm.
they did, and there's a few people who literally don't have anything
Wow.
submitted. And
Wow.
the submission
That's
was
sad.
Monday
Wow.
Wow.
at like
Yep,
9
yeah,
a.m.
That's bad.
Wow.
But
I-
I
but,
mean,
like,
they,
there's also,
they made
like-
that choice, so
There's also people still working on. I know Jordan's still working on his.
Jordan Yule.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He posted. I think he posted like a quick little snippet of
Yeah.
stuff.
That's what happened with Alyssa Standen last semester.
Yeah.
She posted a version.
I think Brandon Hurst also posted I don't think he posted the full thing of Eden, but yeah, people are just like trying to get something in. I mean, I was lucky enough to finish mine because mine's not like super long or anything.
has anyone seen Alyssa Standens?
I've seen
Wait, was that the one? I think haven't we talked about that one?
Alyssa Standens was
Forgive
very
Me?
I don't.
was it called Forgive Me?
It was called Forgive Me. Yeah.
Okay,
I-
it was
it's
very.
Won,
I've
it's
seen
won multiple like. It's been a lot of film selections or film fest selections and like it's won a couple awards. Too.
I don't think that was the one we talked about. We talked about that.
because like
other one
it's
that was,
not it's not something that you're able to really
controversial.
see, but I've seen it.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It makes you feel uneasy for a very specific reason.
Yeah, it's also very kind of confusing.
Wait, is that the one that we talked about that was like a lot of controversy around?
Probably there's
Like I think we talked about it before. It was like there was a senior project that like had a lot of controversy around. And it,
hers
like,
has
dealt with-
nudity, so
yeah,
it could
hers
be hers.
hers
Yeah,
had
it
full
was
frontal
hers then.
nudity
Yeah.
for
Mhm.
female and male.
Yeah, then it was hers.
Yeah, so
Oh.
it was that.
Yep.
It's only like 3 minutes long, but it's very.
Yeah.
It's very.
No, there's a longer cut, I think.
There's a longer cut. The one that I saw was like 3 minutes or.
It was probably just to
The one
submit
I know the
something.
one she turned in had issues because she hadn't put in sound yet, because she had. There isn't much dialogue. There's little to no dialogue in it, I think, but there is she wrote a score to it.
What I saw, there wasn't
Yeah.
any
Wow.
dialogue.
No, yeah, she wrote a score to it. Done performed by my high school because I went to high school there.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, how nice.
Yes.
But yeah,
cool.
go see the senior showcase.
Like
Get some ideas and get expectation levels set.
yeah.
Unless you're like me and just want to like
Oh,
wing it, because that's pretty much what happened with me. I had a location that had to get switched,
Oof.
so
yeah,
like
see
last
that.
minute, like literally day of shooting.
Oh,
I was like-
that's even worse.
But it worked out. It worked out really good.
It really did.
Sometimes that
I
happens.
do like your project.
Thank you.
I really do
I'm
like
ex-
his project. It's really great. Hey,
does
where
does
can
he
we
still
find that
put
project though?
It's unlisted on my YouTube. Yeah,
Make it public.
I don't want to. Maybe. I mean, I'm happy to share it with people who ask me about it. And
Yeah.
want to see it. And I sent you the link too.
Yeah,
so-
you sent me the link, and I'll probably.
if you can prove that you listen to the podcast, we'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want
Come
to see
find
Hey
me in
Goes to See
person.
Mike, email Mike
you-
Dukeski at mdukeski@kent.edu.
Yeah, that's me.
Mhm.
But you
No,
find me in person.
no.
I don't check my email that often. Find me in person. You can find me at Tree City, sponsors of me through my college semester.
Sponsors of me.
Sponsor him. Kyle, you got anything to say?
Yeah. So next fall, similar to we have KSUIF board positions, I'm gonna be the director of programming for TV2.
Oh, snap!
Congratulations.
So thank you.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Which means I'm gonna be running all the entertainment shows that happen. Which means I am looking for producers, and if you are interested in producing an entertainment show or have an idea for an entertainment show, for TV2, fill out the producer applications, which should go out probably sometime this weekend. Just fill it out, and if it doesn't come out to you, email me at Eads, that's KEADS @kent.edu. And then watch entertainment shows next semester because I'm gonna be helping create all of them.
I'm
I'm
gonna bring
excited.
back
Yeah,
the
and what
roll
about
call.
tonight?
Yeah, and watch All Systems Go. I
Yeah.
mean,
I've
pitched
watch All
this-
Systems Go.
I've
It
pitched
comes
that
out every
enough,
Friday.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is
it
why I
comes
can't
out.
come-
It comes out today on Fridays, but this
Yeah.
podcast comes out on Mondays.
Yeah, when you're
Which
done,
is-
when you're done going to the Kent State Film Festival, watch All Systems Go Friday.
At 9.
And
Mhm.
because you guys also stream live to Twitch,
Yeah,
you can view the past episodes on Twitch.
you can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Which is Twitch, or TV2 All Systems Go. I think.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, have you played you guys play games, right? On your
Yes, we do.
Have you played Mortal Kombat 11?
No, ooh, that's a good one. We have not. Because, well, I mean, it came out this week,
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
so we'll probably do something for it next week, either review or
the
maybe if
final
we
episode.
can. Because now we figured out a way to play video games live. So like we did that with
Ooh.
Smash last week. We
Nice.
played the Joker
Oh, yeah.
DLC.
Nice.
I think that'll be fun. Make
Yeah,
that
Mortal
part of
Kombat
it.
11.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to get it, but probably won't because I suck at those games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have it because I don't have a PS4.
I've
Sadly,
been playing.
but,
I've been playing much video games lately. Well, I decided to get back into Unity,
yeah.
like Assassin's
cool.
Creed Unity.
Cool.
Which
I-
one's
I-
that? Is that
it's-
the one
That's
in
the French
America?
Revolution.
Yeah, it's the French Revolution. It was the
Yeah.
one that.
We don't talk about the one in America, right?
No, not really.
No.
Which one?
3.
Exactly.
Oh, 3. Oh, yeah, 3. They remastered that one recently.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
It was
Just
I
for the
don't know.
Switch,
They
I
felt
think,
like they
or
wanted to
something
do
like
it.
that.
But is that all for you?
No, that's all for me.
I really don't have anything, except for there's a gallery at Taylor Hall for the senior photography students, so that's actually really cool. I walked through it real quick before I had visual ethics, and it was actually kind of good. So go check that out. Second floor Taylor Hall. Good show.
How long does it run? Is it for the rest of the semester?
No, I don't think so. I think they still have to go with the
The
VAs and VCD.
Yeah, they have to do the VCD.
They have one more
seniors.
show, I think.
That's I think
Probably next week.
it's submissions are due this Monday, so yeah, probably end of
So,
next week.
Yeah, probably end of next
So
week.
the 3rd?
Yeah, probably.
probably. Yeah.
A lot of stuff is happening on the 3rd. We have to release
Lot of s- lot-
everything. We have to put everything. Our projects are doing.
Everyone is here,
Everyone is here.
Everyone is here.
like Smash.
Like
reference actually I was
Smash. Like
making.
Smash. Like Smash.
That's the reference I was
But
making.
also
Yeah.
like Endgame.
Oh.
Is it time?
We're not going to spoil Endgame just
We're
yet.
not gonna spoil
This
it.
is right now. We're just going to do a non-spoiler portion and listen to the
I
point
just
where we
wanna-
just can't get
yeah.
through anything without spoiling it.
I want to ask, does this movie top Infinity War?
Yes.
Do you think it's better than Infinity War?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hands down, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
I
Once-
think I don't know. I'm like
This is an A- to me, and Infinity War is probably a B+.
really.
I think I agree with that. I agree.
I
with
mean,
that.
I'm on your level of giving this movie an A-. I also give Infinity War an A.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, it changes because like when Avengers 1 came out, I thought that it was just perfect.
Yeah.
But as you go back to it, it kind of seems
it's like that with all of these movies that have done the part 1, part 2 kind of thing. This isn't technically that.
I mean, Age of Ultron's like a heavy C.
Well, so I'm looking at it because like I'm talking compared to like Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
that's how
Yeah.
basically
Yeah, Hunger
uh,
Games did that too.
like months like in the months after Infinity War, I'm like, wow, this is a really good movie. And then someone pointed out I can't really fully grade this movie until I see the second part,
Mhm.
whatever it was gonna be, because
Right.
we didn't know
Yeah.
the name
Yeah.
at that point.
yeah.
And so seeing Infinity War and then seeing Endgame is the better, like, together, if you made that one 5-hour movie,
I'd watch it.
obviously I'd watch it.
Yeah. I can't
But
wait for
it-
to
Like
come out.
the
Of
way
course.
the way they made it, like it does kind of like seem together, like it's a part 2.
Yes and no.
At a moment, it feels like a
Yeah.
continuation, and then it's not. But like,
Yeah.
it-
There will
it
be
becomes-
a cut
it
eventually
becomes-
that's like one seamless.
yeah.
But yeah, it's a solid A. And if I'm annoyed that day, it's a B+. If I'm feeling
Yeah.
good that day, it's an A-.
Like I
think-
was sitting through the movie, and my first thoughts, like when it was coming through, I just like I'm not really feeling it. But then I started feeling it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like that.
I
it's-
was in that same set where I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be better than like Infinity War. Was only reason why it's so good is it's the first time you're seeing all these characters together,
Yeah.
and then it's like an epic battle that happens and
Yeah.
unfolds.
It's Endgame 2 also starts off with a lot of action. Like
Yeah.
that
Yes.
first 20 minutes, probably like 17 or 18 minutes of it is
Like that's
action.
like that is
Yeah.
literally like
or
a
something that's
continuation
like
of
holy crud.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
So like the action is still going in Infinity War after that.
Yeah, but in Endgame I don't think it starts slower,
Yeah.
which I think it had to.
Which I'm
Yeah,
glad. Yeah, I'm
'cause
glad
I mean,
it did.
after Infinity War, like I still hurt from Infinity War, and
Yeah.
that was a year ago.
Mhm.
It doesn't even feel like it was a year ago, but I think that the beginning of Endgame kind of wraps that up a little bit to get ready for
Yeah.
the actual end game.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is why
Do you
these
think
movies-
they would have? Do you think they thought about putting that the beginning of Endgame onto?
they thought about
Infinity
it?
War?
I don't think it would have helped.
No.
No, I'm
you don't
glad
think it
they
would-
did what it did.
Yeah.
Because if the beginning of Endgame is how Infinity War ended, I would not have liked Infinity War at all.
No.
Really?
Yeah, because it just
What if it was just like a director's cut? Like it wasn't like
I don't think that it would work either.
like if
No.
if it was
No.
released as like
it'd be such
there's
an
a lot
anticlimactic
there's a lot
ending.
of plot in Endgame.
Mhm.
Like there's a lot of plot, and in Infinity War and Endgame, there's a lot of story, and like cutting out just at least maybe like 5 parts of it will just not make like it just wouldn't
Yeah.
work.
It would just been like Infinity War's ending is a very down note because of what happens,
Yeah.
but
and you think and
that's a
if the-
different kind of down note. That's just an anticlimactic down note, which is
Yeah.
kind of limped out of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's that gut punch like right at the end.
Yeah, it's
that
like
happens.
and just kind of like boom. That would have been like a gut punch. It stands there, watches, and then walks away.
There are a lot
Right.
of gun punches in Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most of them mostly mirror Infinity War in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's a good mirror because because it's been said before that anything that happens in Endgame, like it's done. Like that's it.
Yeah.
And yet like it was literally the stuff that happened in Infinity War was mirrored in here, and you feel it even more
Mm.
because you realize it's final.
I think there's a thing too in Endgame. I think because Infinity War has moments where I'm like, what's gonna happen, and then something big happens, like Gamora's death in Infinity War. That I did not see coming. Like that whole thing.
No.
Mhm.
No, like I'm like, wow, that's a big moment. But moments of that, you could kind of sort of see when Endgame does it,
Yeah.
because there's
well, you
a moment I'll
expect
get
it
to
'cause you're
later.
like-
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like, well, yeah, I guess it is because I expected it because of what happened. But like, even some of the other things,
It's
I'm
kind of like the rules are set up in Infinity War.
Yeah.
So when you go into Endgame, you're like, I know the rules.
Yep, no,
Mhm.
that's a very apt description.
Yeah.
Where it's like you know what's gonna happen, but
Mhm.
you're like, for me, it's just kind of like, something else is gonna happen, and then the thing happens, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
so that's what happens.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just how are the rules going to be followed?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
I will
just
say this.
guidelines.
I think this is the only thing I can actually say without spoiling anything. Like the last thing I can say without spoiling anything. But like this movie felt like 10 years of movies coming
Yes.
together.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it felt like a huge, tremendous
I
payoff.
didn't think I'd feel that way because
it's just like how it's said in the trailer that like,
It felt
that
like
part
to-
of the journey is the end.
To me,
Mhm.
to me, like I don't know if it is like the last one. It felt like a series finale
Mm.
to
Yeah.
a show where they're just like,
Yeah.
let's just toss all this stuff.
and
at
not
you.
like a season 1 finale where you're like,
No,
oh,
it's
yeah.
like a 10-year show.
this is
season
this
fina-
is like it's a payoff you've been waiting
it's
years
a
for.
literal it's a literal like end game. It's beautiful. I
Mhm.
love it so much, and
Yeah.
that's all I can say about spoiling anything. If you guys
Well,
have
at least I
more.
can say I only sobbed 3 times. For once, I actually cried more than Kyle
Yeah,
because I don't
I
cry.
cry a lot.
He
I cried
cries a lot,
twice.
and I don't cry.
Matt cried a lot.
I saw.
I
sobbed.
I kind of. I
Cried once, got teary-eyed once, and that's so I guess.
I think the
I
last
sobbed 3
I
times.
think one of
too,
the last things
4.
I want to say before that, because I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to react to you guys spoiling and give my thoughts on whatever you guys say. I'm not going to say a single
I
spoiler.
know the first thing I was saying.
But-
why are you not going to spoil it when you know?
because
he doesn't
I
want to be
I
that guy.
don't- Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to be that person.
I,
But
see, I don't. See,
I'm down. I'm ready. Let's
I'm
go.
Weird.
I just want to add though that Infinity War was Thanos' movie.
Mm-hmm.
This Endgame is Avengers.
Is an
Yes,
Avengers
absolutely, yeah.
movie.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Not anyone in particular. A full Avengers
Avengers.
movie.
It is
All
an
of them
Avengers-
together.
It's a very good Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason why you guys definitely think this one is better than Infinity War, because in Infinity War it wasn't an Avengers movie. It was a Thanos movie.
it was a Thanos movie.
Yeah, and this one was
Mhm.
about the Avengers.
No, that's completely fair.
Yeah.
Which is another reason I think the ending for this one worked.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
that ending isn't anything to do with Thanos.
Right, exactly. It's not. The final shot isn't him,
Yeah.
which is great. Pays off well.
So we're gonna give like 10 more
Where
seconds.
we got to give them a good amount of time.
All
Right
right.
now, we're about to spoil Endgame. I'm
This
giving
is
you
it.
guys like 20 seconds.
I'm not
Spoiler,
gonna spoil
spoiler.
it.
20 seconds.
I'll
Leave
Leave
now.
now. Just
Spoiler.
leave now.
I don't
Spoiler,
care.
spoiler,
I don't care
spoiler.
if viewer count drops for this. Leave. We're going
Spoiler,
to spoil.
spoiler.
If you don't want to be spoiled,
I mean, how much time have we gone? You've gotten still like a
see.
30-minute podcast out of this, right?
We got I started
we're
a
at
little
25.
before.
Well,
Yeah, I started a little before, like right at your 5-second of silence.
So you got, we
We're
got
at
what, like,
23.
yeah, we got like
23.
20.
That's
You got
far, yeah.
20, around 25 minutes worth of podcast.
which
That's
is fine.
that's
like,
fun.
hey, that's
cool.
that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
I do that a lot with podcasts.
But now's the time where we begin
Spoiler.
to talk about
spoiler.
everything.
Just know
Wait,
I'm not spoiling it.
when I say ready, we're gonna be ready to spoil it. That is loud.
That's probably getting picked up.
That is definitely getting
That's
picked
the
up.
spoiler alarm.
That's a spoiler.
Yeah.
alarm.
That is a spoiler.
That leaf
alarm.
blower is a spoiler alarm.
I don't know why they're blowing leaves. It's raining.
I know.
I think it's their mowing the lawn.
No, it's a leaf blower.
it's
That's
Yeah,
a leaf
that is.
blower.
it's just happening, but whatever.
Does he know it's spring?
Get ready for spoiler owl.
Get ready for spoilers, guys.
Spoiler
All right, ready?
owl.
Endgame.
Spoiler owl.
Endgame. Are you ready? Thanos is dust.
Yep. I
How?
can't.
Oh no! I was sitting in the theater. I saw that happen. I stared right. I'm like, how does it feel?
No, yeah. I can't believe a rat saved the universe.
A rat,
I've been waiting to say this since that
Since
moment
yesterday.
happened.
a rat saved.
A rat literally saved
Saved
the
the
universe.
If it wasn't for that rat,
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yep.
I didn't I didn't consider that. I was like, wow, yeah, that didn't.
Like,
happen.
I love that, but also, come on. So for context, I'm just gonna spell it out for you what happens. So, the the snap happens,
Mm-hmm.
and everything's like, whoa.
Everything's
Where do we go from here?
post-apocalyptic.
5 years go on, and they try to rebuild, but like some can, some can't. And then after that 5 years, some technology has been thrown into a storage unit for the Langs, which is Ant-Man and Hank Pym, all that stuff.
Yeah, and at this point, Ant-Man is stuck in the
Ant-Man has
quantum
been
realm.
stuck in the quantum realm for 5 years, and then a freaking rat
Accidentally hits the
accidentally
button
hits some buttons
that
on
brings
a controller,
Ant-Man back to the regular world.
and it's only been like 5 hours for him, but he's been gone 5 years.
Gotta love physics, man.
It's a very quantum theory is weird. Quantum theory is weird. But there's a lot of stuff that happens in this film. There's a lot of comic book references in this film.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly on Captain America's side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
It's
it's
definitely on
very.
Captain America's
Oh.
side.
If you really had to, you don't, because it is a full Avengers movie.
No,
If
yeah.
you had to pick one Avenger, it's Cap.
Yeah. Oh,
Honestly,
God.
it's a full.
Yeah.
Anything that happened with Captain America though was fantastic. One, the scene in the elevator where he's talking to
I really
Shield
thought
and
that was
Yeah.
going to be
That was gonna be another elevator scene from Winter
yeah.
Soldier.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
Because I'm like, I really wanted him to say, before we get started, would anyone like to get out? And I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And then you didn't say it. And I'm like, okay, this is fine.
It was set up too exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
I know, but like I was
I wonder if that's
when
even some of the same
he
shots.
because I like that scene where he says "Hail Hydra" like in the comics.
Oh.
Like that was very iconic for a very long time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when I saw him, like when they mentioned like, oh, Shield is actually Hydra, and I'm like, okay, so we know that. But when he was like about to whisper into the guy's ear, I was like, is he gonna say it? And he said it. He fucking said "Hail Hydra."
Yeah.
Ooh, God! Everything that Captain America did in this film,
He fights himself
he fights himself.
because
that's America's ass, man.
yeah,
That
because
is America's ass. Thank you very much.
yeah. So how he fights himself is because they go back and basically Ant-Man's like, hey, we can time travel through the quantum realm, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna do that to bring the stones back from certain moments, and they won't realize they're gone. We'll bring them back to those moments. So they go back to Avengers 1, where there are 3, because she points out there are 3 Infinity Scarlet Johansson,
Black Widow.
Black Widow. There, thank you.
You're welcome.
Brings back that there are like 3 Infinity Stones in New York at one time.
Yeah.
Because there is.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
And they're like, okay, let's get him. And so he goes in the elevator. It's post like the fight in New York. They have arrested Loki. They're like, okay, I have to get the Mind Stone from the Scepter. So he goes into the thing. He's like, Hail Hydra, gets the Scepter from those guys, and then he runs into his old self.
Who thinks that the new self is Loki?
Yeah.
I could do this all day. Yeah, I know.
That was a good moment.
That was my favorite bit right there. Like,
Yeah.
God.
And I like how it's like, Bucky's still alive. He's like, what? And then let's go. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm good.
Oh, that
I
kinda
really
hurt
wish
me.
he'd be like, wow, I was really that obsessed. And just walks away. He's like,
Well, yeah.
I mean, it like mirrored a Batman versus Superman thing where it's like, save Martha. Like, what'd you say?
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yes, that's how you set it up, and it's funny, but like, really?
I mean, but like it also showed just how campy they felt in 2012.
Yeah.
Because like when they go back, like when you go back to like Avengers 1,
oh yeah,
it's like holy crap, they're so bright
there
and
is
colorful.
so much.
Like they've changed. over the years.
Like we talk about like like DC becoming so gritty. Marvel got pretty gritty.
Yeah, Marvel got very gritty. At least in the
The
Avengers
Sokovia
movies.
Accords.
Yeah.
pretty gritty.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
True.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anything
man.
really big we want to spoil? There are a few more things we can talk about.
Well, we can definitely
Yeah,
talk about. We'll talk
have to
about
go
the
for an hour.
bigger stuff.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the bigger stuff like,
Towards-
at the end, but like
At the end game.
at the end game. But Professor Hulk,
Yeah.
That was actually kind of surprising for
that
me.
like
I didn't
that
think that- yeah.
made me feel very uneasy at first. I was like, what am I looking at here?
Shrek is now a professor.
Shrek.
I said that halfway like
I almost punched you for that.
yeah, so I have a habit of like making jokes for movies because my thing is if I am entertained by that, I'm going to have reactions, and sometimes those reactions just
They usually
I'm
differ.
so compelled by things that I just have
Yeah.
to utter that phrase in order to get out, see if I'm right or wrong.
And your experiences differ from my experiences, especially for Avengers. So it's like whenever you say dumb stuff like that, I want to hit you so bad.
Yeah, so I'll
And how
make,
many times did I have to threaten you
yeah, a few.
so you would shut up?
See, because like if I'm not making those jokes, I'm not entertained by the movie. And I'm just
Yeah.
now there are some movies that I'm just so
Yeah.
engrossed that I won't like.
I
speak.
definitely
That'll
thought
be the
about
day.
that.
I think I
too,
turned to
be
you in the
honest.
movie and I made a joke.
Really?
Right? I think I did.
I don't remember it.
Oh
know I
no, it
made
was
a
in the
couple.
trailer. It wasn't.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
we were
yeah.
watching the trailers and like
Yeah.
lying because before we watched the film, he was like, I wonder what kind of trailers. Like I was like, I wonder what trailers.
All
we're gonna
Disney.
see. He's like, we're gonna
Not
see.
surprised it was all Disney.
We're just gonna see, Spider-Man: Far From Home. We're gonna see like
We saw
like
Lion
Toy
King.
Story 4, and he's like, it's just any Disney movie. He's like, oh well, Lion
Yeah.
King, and I was like, wow, Aladdin looks great.
Oh man, yeah, that.
Yeah, Matt brought me and him to the theater like 30 minutes before.
And you
We
weren't
didn't
even.
start.
We were there before that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
But,
was
like-
he was like, "There's gonna be a line," and I was like,
Yeah,
"There's-
I mean,
we
listen.
walked in, got our tickets. He was second for popcorn.
Yeah.
We were like, what, third for
I-
popcorn?
we were. Well, we got there before them, but yeah.
Yeah. We were like third for popcorn.
Yeah.
But it was just like
We
I was
saw
like,
the
what
film.
line?
Does it matter? We got there.
Yeah, but I was like, you were like, "There's gonna be a line."
So for-
We
yeah,
need to
for
get there
reference
30
to-
I
minutes
mostly
early."
wanted to get off the
theater-
road because we were going through rush hour traffic.
That's
All
not true.
four of us saw
Good
this
point.
movie in the same theater, and there was also accompanied by like 15 more of people I knew,
Like
and
the-
they
We
guys
all
knew.
knew.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
DMP people,
Yeah.
people I have friends living in like the dorms, and there was a ton of us, and we all just kind of like we all grouped up at one point. We're like, yeah, let's just walk in together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was already in the theater at that,
Yeah, no,
at that
she-
time. And
yeah,
I'm like, I
because-
don't want to get up.
Because I was sent out because I'm like, hey, where'd they? Because like two of my friends were like, hey, where'd they go? And I went out and I met with them, and I'm like, okay, we're all gonna walk in together. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just sitting there with
Yeah,
my
I f-
popcorn bucket, my metal arm, and I'm like, I'm ready
Yeah.
for the movie.
Oh, speaking of which, my favorite moment during the America's Ass thing was Jordan's laugh.
Oh yeah.
Because Jordan
Yes.
Yule was there too, and when he's like, "It is America's
Could you
Ass."
hear
We could
Jordan the
definitely hear
entire
Jordan.
movie?
Like
No,
we heard his laugh
we
go
heard him a couple times.
because
Yeah.
he's great.
Because yeah, Jordan
me.
Yule was one of these people we saw it with. I heard him like 7 or 8 times throughout the movie.
'Cause he was like in a row right behind you, and he was like
Yeah.
3 rows
like
directly behind you.
different than
Yeah.
when I make jokes. Because when I make jokes, I don't make them out loud. I make them to like the person next to me, unless I'm like by myself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which makes movies very difficult to watch.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but
Thank
it's
you.
just you're gonna have to deal with it. Cause I'm not
I
gonna stop.
know.
So like I'll make jokes privately, but Jordan is the type of person to just say out loud the entire theater can hear him.
Mhm.
It's because it's not like it's like ha 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 he's laughing and his loud is the laughest. His
His
yeah,
loud
his-
is the laughest.
yes.
Yes.
It's like
correct.
someone
loud.
says a line like, I can't believe you did this, and he'll be like, yeah, how could you? And I'm like, what, Jordan?
He gets
what are you
so
doing?
into it though,
Yeah.
and like
Well, he even told us because Matt, you and I talked to him after,
he's like,
and
yeah.
he was talking about how he thought the crowd would be more like how he was.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that for
Mhm.
I noticed that because during Infinity War there were a lot of moments. that
Yeah,
was-
everybody was active during the Infinity War.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
the
see
only
that-
the only time that everybody in the audience was like active whenever
It was
something
the
happened with
climax.
Captain America.
I
Well, yeah,
think
it was
like
towards the end.
Yeah, it was towards the climax.
I
was
wonder
definitely-
I wonder
yeah.
if I go back in the next few days when I'm still with people who have seen it for the first time, we'll see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going tonight again.
I
so-
mean,
I really
think-
want to.
Let's go. I'm down to see it again.
If I can
can't-
get
I'm
out
gonna
of
bring
my,
tissues this time.
if I can get out of my show early enough, we might go.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm down.
I can't.
I did this
can't.
last year.
I can't
I did
just-
this last year.
Okay.
Can't.
I
Yeah, you
paid.
did do that
I need-
last year.
I paid. So I saw it Thursday night last year on a whim too, oddly enough.
Yeah.
And I got there. I was literally the last person to sit down in the seat. I got the front row seat on the very end. And so I sat there and I'm like, wow, that was a really good movie. And the next day I found out people were going and I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, can I go with you guys? And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that was
sure.
that was the second
Okay.
time with us.
And that's
Okay.
see, that's the most smug I get because sometimes I get smug in movies and I feel very bad because I hate people who are like this, who like I knew what was coming and I
yeah.
looked at people.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what's-
You
what
were
are you gonna
whenever
do?
when Thanos in Infinity War when he snapped his finger, you were like
I looked at
you
certain
were
people. Like,
enthusiastic the entire time. And I was
Okay.
like,
I felt bad, like I really did, but that
That's
was
why-
just.
that's
but
why
now,
that
now
was
you're
my
like,
grief.
I'm ready to see the.
That was
audience
my
reaction.
grief. That was my grief.
Okay, speaking of audience reaction, I have to tell my Infinity War story. I've told this. You know what I'm talking about. I've told
said
this
this,
so
like,
many.
yeah,
I
you
know
said-
it's a good story.
It is
Okay.
a great story.
So when I saw Infinity War, it was finals week of last year. So it was I saw it right before my last final of the year.
Yeah.
So it was like 11 in the morning. So it was like me and like 3 other people in the theater. So it's like it was actually very nice to see it like by myself pretty much. So I didn't really get that audience reaction. So it's like kind of like just me in my own head. I'm like, so I was very emotionally distressed
No,
when I left.
Yeah, when you watch like Infinity War the second time with people that haven't seen it
Yeah.
yet, because I know that feeling because I saw
Yeah.
it twice.
Yeah.
And
I only
the second
saw it
time
once.
I saw it with Ashley and other group and like whatever. And during the scene where everyone was fading away, Spider-Man happened, and I remember Ashley was being very verbal about it. She's like, like she turned to me like, no, like,
No,
it's not happening.
when I saw Infinity War the first time, we should have done the stories before.
I know, but
When I saw Infinity War the first time, I was like, I was one of those moments that like I just couldn't believe what was happening, so I just watched and shut up because I had jokes, but I'm like, that's either not funny enough or it's too soon, and so that scene in Infinity War where he stabs Iron Man.
yeah.
There were literally 3 people who stood up and went, no! And I'm like, wow,
That is.
You see, when
Wow.
I saw it, I didn't think I was gonna go to theaters to see it, so I actually like went and read all the spoilers.
really? Oh,
So
I didn't know that.
I knew what was gonna happen.
Wait, you spoiled yourself on Infinity War?
Yeah, because I didn't think I was gonna go see it,
That's fair.
Yeah.
but I'm like,
I don't like that. Like
That's what Shelby said that she
Yeah,
was
I know,
gonna
she-
do for Endgame.
she,
Because she
like-
didn't. She
I-
wasn't interested in.
But like
going to
people
see
who
it.
just like read the plot to Endgame and they're
Yeah.
just like,
I
that's a stupid plot. Because when you think about when you think about the plot and you list out Endgame, it's like, okay, 5 years
have-
later they're doing time travel.
I have
they're like, wait,
a
what?
counter to that.
Yeah.
So I have a weird opinion about spoilers. I sometimes will seek out spoilers before I see a movie.
I don't anymore.
I did for Infinity
depends.
War.
See, now it depends. If I know I'm going to see the movie within the first like 2 or 3 days, I will. But if it's like, so the one the one that broke my seal was for Star Wars Force Awakens. That was like the first big one in my life. Like, hey, spoilers, don't spoil it. I wasn't seeing it until Christmas. That movie came out December 2nd. So I'm like, I don't think I'm going to see it without it getting accidentally spoiled. So I'm going to make the choice to see it and react. And here's my thing.
That's what I did for Infinity
Here's
War.
my thing. If you read a spoiler, it doesn't. Yes, it takes away from some of the knowledge of the movie, but it doesn't take away from seeing it for the first time.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's
I-
like
well, I feel
knowing
that-
it happening, but then also like
Watching.
how
like,
did they get to
how
that
did they
point?
get to that? Yeah,
because
feel
like
that,
I don't read like a full like book on the spoilers like in like here.
But,
I read
like-
point A to point B.
But like, there's a difference between someone reading a spoiler and someone like going through
Reading
a
the
plot
synopsis.
Yeah,
That's fair.
like, the entire
I
plot.
won't do a plot synopsis.
Like there are people that have read the synopsis of Endgame and thought, I
read-
don't want to see that film. It sounds stupid because
in
like
the-
you tell somebody it's a time travel
Well,
thing.
anyone who like any movie is stupid.
Yeah.
I was having this conversation with my acting professor. Game of Thrones, people are invested in that to heck. There's literally zombies with
Yeah.
blue eyes. That's it.
Yep.
What? That makes no sense.
Yep.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about like.
You gonna spoil it? You're gonna spoil
Talk
it?
closer to the mic.
I wasn't gonna. No,
Yeah, I noticed that
wasn't gonna
earlier
sp-
too.
I wasn't gonna spoil anything,
Okay, spoil.
but
Do it.
Do it.
wow, I really can't remember what I was gonna say. Honestly, I it was there and then it was gone.
Do it.
I don't want to spoil it.
Kind of like Thanos.
Yeah.
He was there.
Oh, see,
and
you
he
did
was
it.
gone.
Nope. Yep.
But
Matt, we got him. We got him.
Oh yeah, Professor Hulk, Dab.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Listen, the thing that I hated the most about this film was that when they came back to Thor, right? What was Thor doing after 5 years?
Thor's
sitting in a house.
he's
with
Big
his friends
Lebowski.
playing Fortnite.
Ugh.
Why?
Okay, somebody pointed that out to me. Is Thanos and Fortnite canon in the Fortnite that
That Thor was
Like
playing.
that's the thought that
I
I
hate
had
that.
too.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, hold on, wait
wow,
a second.
I hate that.
Logic, let's use it. No, so my favorite. So I also love out of context spoilers. So like,
Oh.
if
Oh,
you
yeah.
haven't seen the movie,
Those are so
you'll see
funny.
those pictures. That's like for Infinity War, it was Bubbles and Squidward.
Yep.
This one, it's tacos. It's
Stairs.
Stairs.
The Big Lebowski.
The rat and the Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
Mm.
Because
That sums it up pretty
there's
well.
the stairs. Because
Hulk.
Hulk doesn't want to take the stairs.
Which is
The
a
rat saves the
fucking
universe.
mood.
Ant-Man just wants his tacos, man. And then, what's the other one I said?
Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
Big
Yeah,
Lebowski.
Thor's the
Thor.
Big Lebowski.
He literally does look like the Big Lebowski. The first time I saw him, I was like, "This is the Big Lebowski." And Stark said, "Move there, Lebowski." I'm like, "There you go. All right, cool." I was ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Other ones ahead of the end game.
Ha ha. Ha.
Anytime anyone says the word end or game, I just
Ha ha.
the other ones are Build-A-Bear.
Oh yeah, Build-A-Bear. I thought you were Build-A-Bear.
Oh, now that I think about it, there's a picture of me laying on the ground.
Oh yeah, I have that photo.
Yeah, that mirrors an image that's in this movie.
Oh.
I think it's time. Well, we might have to
I
spoil it.
wasn't ready for that at all.
There's a death.
That was
Not-
There are
There are multiple deaths.
there are multiple deaths, but that was the one that I'm like, okay, I know the rules. How are they gonna get out of it?
Exactly.
Because I thought both of them were gonna get out of it alive.
So I've just
yeah.
been
But
Captain
that's just-
spoiler over here.
that's
I'm
just-
explaining everything.
Yeah,
that's
go
just
ahead.
me being optimistic. But it's like I knew one of them wasn't gonna make it.
So
Mhm.
so basically, they go back in time and they realize there are moments in time where
they can get
everyone's
the stones.
interacted with a stone. So the one that they know how to get the Soul Stone is because Nebula knows where it is. It's on
Vormir.
Vormir. So they send Natasha and Ronan, who they
Is-
again focus on their friendship.
Hawkeye, you mean.
Hawkeye.
Well,
Ronan is Hawkeye and Hawkeye is Clint Barton.
Yeah, so Clint. We'll say Clint for
Clint.
the rest of this. Clint and Black Widow go to Vormir, and we know the rules. Someone's gonna have to die.
Yeah.
So
Permadeath.
and they
Soul for a
focused
soul.
and they focused on their best friend, and they love each other, and they have this argument.
Who's
Clint,
gonna
Clint,
go?
you have a family. You can't. But he's like, I've done so many bad things because at the start of the movie he's killed they yada yada the fact that he's killed 500 people at least.
At least.
At least.
Mhm.
Anyway, so he's like, I can't go back. I'm a criminal. I can't do this. And he's and Natasha's like, you have a family. He's like,
You
know
have an
what?
actual family. I don't.
You know what? Yeah. Because again, that's another big thing. When Red Skull meets them, he's like, "Oh, you're the son of this person. You're the daughter of this person." And she's like, "Oh, it's a trick." He's like, "No, it's not a trick because I don't even know my own dad." That's sad.
That hurt.
So anyway, they have a fight, and then Black Widow is on the ground.
No, I was doing that last night too. when I was
Black
trying to
Widow's
think about
on
it.
the ground,
Scarlet Joe Black Witch.
and then
Scarlet Joe Black
Clint jumps. Natasha gets up, saves him, and then there's a arm. No, I can't go. And then she lets go, and she dies, and that's how they get the
That-
Soul Stone.
That's the first time in the
It's
movie I teared up.
literally-
I
it's a
didn't cry, but I
very-
teared up.
It didn't hit me until afterwards because again, where I said the deaths are final, it didn't hit me until I realized oh fuck, she actually is
She's
gone.
gone.
She's gone. She's done.
Because I didn't realize their plan was to literally just snap everybody back into existence.
Because so of the Avengers, I thought we've seen so much of Cap and Iron Man. I could see them dying.
Yeah.
Clint, he hasn't been around that much, and
That's-
fans himself
yeah, I was
don't like
thinking
him.
logistically.
Fans himself have complained, oh, Hawkeye's useless type of thing. We don't need him. Thor, he has so many ups, he could go away
He's
forever.
had 3 movies.
I thought Natasha would be the one constant,
Yeah.
and now she's gone.
Yeah. I wasn't
Wow.
ready for that
Well,
at all.
Matt said when me and Matt talked about it, it was Matt said that was her character arc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've
Yeah.
already she's already been she started from nothing and she literally gained this fame. She talked about how she had
Also,
nothing had a family.
has she been in the most movies?
well, she's been
No.
she's
She
been in Iron Man
started-
2.
yeah,
She's
she started
in
in Iron Man
Captain
2.
America 2. She was in Avengers.
Civil
all,
War.
all of them. Civil War. So about 7.
She's
been
also
in,
in Iron Man 3 because
she's been in every movie
and
that
she was
Iron
also
Man's been
sort
in,
of
right?
in Ragnarok, because she had that one little bit where it's
Well, that was from Age of Ultron.
yeah. So the
Yeah.
four Avengers movies, Iron Man 2,
Iron Man 3.
Iron
and
Man 3, Captain America.
I think she's
Civil
tied-
War,
she's-
Captain America, Winter Soldier.
She's
That's-
tied with
that's
Iron
8.
Man. She's
No.
tied with Iron Man.
I don't think she's tied with Iron Man.
She.
Iron Man has one more, and it's Spider-Man. That's what it is.
Nope.
To be
No,
okay,
Iron
but,
Man 1.
but
Hulk.
He was
He's in the end credit scene. I
but
don't
she's
have
had
to count
Yeah.
she's had more of a story than it came to Hawkeye because he's only
Yeah.
he's only been in the 2 Avengers movies and the 3 Avengers movies at this point. Only 3 Avengers movies.
Yeah,
Yeah, 3 out of
James.
4.
James. Okay, I'm gonna give some shout outs to some actors here. James Renner can act his.
Jeremy.
I'm gonna
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy
Why am
Renner.
I calling him James? Jeremy Renner. Excuse me for the cursing. Can act his fucking ass off.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I love Jeremy Renner.
Mhm.
Like I mean,
Man.
we talked about on the last podcast that he can act.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but when it comes to like improv comedy thing where he's
Oh,
on
he's
stage,
hilarious.
He's hilarious, but also like he's not in his element.
Have you seen Tag?
I have not seen Tag yet.
He's the like the super soldier kind of
Like
character.
Jeremy Renner, he
but he's
just
funny.
looks like a charismatic like guy.
No, yeah.
He looks great. He's awesome. And but like that also makes me happy to see that they might continue to do something with Ronan, his character.
Oh, I think
That would be cool.
There's
I kind of
also-
hope they do.
There's still supposed to be a Black Widow movie,
There is, yeah. But
which is
Oh yeah.
probably gonna be
Budapest.
maybe.
hopefully, maybe.
It's definitely gonna be way before any of this.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of has to.
Yeah,
It's gonna be very gritty.
probably. Or it might just be one of the Disney Plus things.
Maybe.
I have a
Okay.
It
terrible
might not
thing
even
I'm
be
gonna
Scarlett
say.
Johansson. Who knows?
I hate that I have to get Disney Plus because of the Winter Soldier Falcon series. Because my
Yeah.
favorite character is
And-
Winter Soldier.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, she
So
wore.
it's Scarlet Witch.
She made a Bucky arm. For
And I wore it.
Halloween, and she wore it to the movie.
I
Yeah,
know,
I
watched the
saw
movie.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks badass.
Wow.
Thank you.
Uh,
I'm proud of that arm. I'm very
looks
proud of
very
that
good.
arm.
I remember what I was gonna say when you were talking spoilers. Spoilers definitely do ruin a moment in the movies, but like for me, I just called a lot of the stuff that was gonna
Yeah.
happen,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like when Jordan, you and me, Matt, were talking about it, Jordan mentioned how it's like that kind of ruins it too, and I was like, yeah, I guess it did, because like it was something that I called and like it happened, and it sucks to be right.
at times it kind of does. Suck.
And
no.
At times it
Yeah.
does suck to be right,
Yeah.
especially with the deaths.
Yeah.
The 2 deaths in this movie.
Yeah.
3. We already talked about one of them.
Well,
Well, he's not.
He's not dead.
Yeah, we
No.
don't show. They don't show his death. I'll say that.
He's not dead, but
I don't know why.
he's basically dead.
He's going to die soon.
Yeah.
I could see
Which-
like the next.
Oh, that hurts.
That was another thing. I don't want to spoil it. I'm trying really hard.
Go
not to
ahead,
spoil
Matt.
it.
Matt.
Do it.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Come on,
But
Mike.
it's just
Do
there's
it.
a confusing part.
Do it.
When you guys mentioned how the movie's set up and everything.
yeah.
Like,
Do
I
it.
really don't like that they had how they have to explain it again, and like how it's like a new rule that's introduced
Oh yeah.
where they like once they get everything, they have to put it back and just to
Yeah.
fix it.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it makes sense though.
But that's how they set up their time travel.
Yeah, but
'Cause-
like they
But,
set
like-
up when they set up the it's theory how it's just gonna like divert off,
Yeah.
and like it just doesn't make sense to me. how
Yeah.
it ended.
This movie's time travel is different than a lot of other movies' time travels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say that. But it also makes sense. At the
It
same
makes
time,
sense, but it doesn't make sense
Yes.
if you think about it. Because
'Cause-
if everything got put back, that means there's 2 of the same person
They're
living
Yeah.
apart, but then come back.
that's how my thing was. So something
it
I
just
thought
doesn't make
of.
sense to me.
I'll get to the other one
okay,
later.
wait. What do you mean by that?
Like at
See-
the end,
No, I think the 2 nebulas.
no,
Okay, never mind.
it's at the end. There's like how does it when it diverts? Like they put everything back, but then it
And
just
then it comes. Oh, I
it
see what you
comes
mean.
back.
So like it's an alternate reality. It splits off, and then they bring it back. Oh, it comes right back.
Because the way that it worked was that when they took the stones, they did it like off screen when it came to like the movies.
Yeah.
So like you never saw those things happen.
Mhm.
So when I guess when Captain America came back in time, right? He went back to was it Sorcerer Supreme or whatever,
Yes.
and like said, "Here's the time stone. Put it back in your thing. Where everything's back to normal."
Yeah.
She knows. Like she now knows, but at the same
But-
time it doesn't matter because
Yeah.
she's dying. Same
Yes.
with Thor's mom. Because she's dead. So
Mhm.
anything that sort of happened, it didn't really alter the timeline
Yes.
in any way.
Yeah, and the thing is, to us, that like them taking the the Infinity Stones feels like it was days with hours. For them, it's like a second. So
Yeah.
like I take this, for example, I take this coffee from you, it's right back.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and that's the amount of time.
And like time travel in this one works differently than it had in like say the Flash, where they like deal with tachyons and like if you alter one thing from the past, it changes everything, like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
This is more like a path effect.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have a path, you're a set path, and you're going back to that one part. But if it's never returned at the right time in the right place, then it's screwed.
Yeah.
It eventually has to be returned, otherwise everything collapses, and they never show that.
Because like there's an interaction between two Captain Americas and nothing happens.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about like the very end, because like you see like them go like all right, we gotta fix it now.
Oh, like
And
Captain
then-
America goes and lives with.
Yeah.
Peggy.
There's two. Yeah.
How is like that's the thing where I'm like, it branches off. There's now two parallel things happening, and then it just converges back again.
No,
Because-
the way that it worked for him was that he went and redid all the stones, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, he spent that time with, preferably probably after he was in the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it would have been exactly after he was in the ice.
Exactly
because of
after.
the fact that like
He had
crashed.
a date on Saturday for a dance. Sorry.
Yeah.
That made me.
The rest of this podcast, you're just gonna hear crying in the background. It's gonna
That's
be
gonna
her.
be me.
So like that's like he lived under the radar essentially for like his entire life.
Yeah, we'll get to exactly.
Yeah.
I wonder if Peggy knew.
She would
knew.
probably explain it at some point in their relationship. Be like,
Yeah.
hey,
They probably said like, listen, you can't do this, you can't say this. Like,
Yeah, and this is probably a spoiler, but the fact that Cap makes a flip from what he says at the end of Age of Ultron to Iron Man,
yeah,
like his character takes a complete 180,
yeah.
and it's just like especially in this, it just changes completely.
because he's so. Can we get to the battle now?
Yeah,
Just
Let's get
because
to the
there's a
battle.
lot of
There's
so
a lot of
Ooh.
shit that happened.
At-
First
so-
time I sobbed.
so they get the Infinity Stones. They undo it, and
wanna
they
say who
do
undoes it?
they do the snap. Yeah, Hulk. Hulk snaps because he's the only one that can survive the gamma radiation from the stone snapping. And then, so the thing is, when they went to the past, because there were two nebulas at the same time, because she's a robot, they were able to use Future Nebula's network to find out what's going on. They captured Future Nebula, and instead of sending Future One, they send back Evil Nebula. And
Or past Nebula.
past Nebula. I'm gonna say evil just because it's easier.
That's fair.
Makes
And
sense.
she then opens the portal for Thanos to come, like alternate version of Thanos to come to the future.
basically Guardians Volume 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guardians 1 Thanos to come into the future and use the stones for himself. And this time instead he's like, listen, I can't take out half because you guys are too stubborn. I'm gonna destroy everyone.
Yeah.
And then
Which
there's
in my opinion, when he said that, immediately I knew he was just going to lose. Because I had a feeling like, oh, Thanos might actually win, but then he said, oh, is he going to snap everybody out? Like he's snapping everybody out. Like that.
And
he's not gonna win.
then he'd say he'd bring it back in his own image with them not knowing what he's created,
but
what he's
like,
done.
made
So
out of
then
blood.
there's a huge battle. They're trying to get Thanos trying to get the stones. He brings back the army that was in the Battle of Wakanda. Because they were
But it's also like
Yeah.
it's not just the Wakanda
Yeah.
battle. Like it's probably more.
yeah. So then so like they've undone the snap, and so they're fighting and they're starting to lose, and then in a moment circles start popping up, and then all the people they've just killed are brought back by Strange, Wong, everyone, and everyone is here.
Literally everyone is
Everyone is
Cue
here.
me sobbing the moment I see Bucky.
the
Yeah, no.
moment
I
oh,
saw-
You didn't see Bucky for a while though. No. Do you see him immediately?
I knew he was there.
He was in a group, yeah, probably.
I knew
so.
he was there, and I could kind of see him in the background. Then they showed him. Then I sobbed.
Yeah.
Listen, when
first
Hulk,
person.
when Hulk snapped, I was like, did it work?
Yeah, that was weird.
Well, it did. Yeah, because
It did work, and then because you got a call,
Yeah.
and like
Well, yeah, because the thing is too, they explain like what's funny to me is so Spider-Man comes back because they all come back like and get their individual like hero moment, and Spider-Man's like, hey, Mr. Stark, I'm here, which I love that he still calls him Mr. Stark. He's like, hey, what you remember that thing that happened when I became dust and I was really sad, and then I must have passed out because then I came back. So like for them, it was literally like 5 seconds,
Yeah.
and which I think
Like,
is
no
okay.
time passed at all.
No, yeah, which is cool. And so they all come back, and then there's a track meet to get the stones, because they have to send the stones back, and they're gonna do it by the van that they had. They were gonna give it to Ant-Man. He's gonna send them all back to the right place and then come back, with like people's help. And there's a track meet to try to get the stones there. But Thanos eventually interrupts it, catches it, and then there's like each individual Avenger's like, oh, I gotta rip it away.
That's kind of a spoiler, but someone on Twitter posted this one picture.
That's funny.
I'm not gonna put it.
So then they all
That's just
like each individual Avenger like fights the stones away from Thanos. Till finally Thanos has the glove. He's put it on, and then
And literally, he's in position to
He's in-
snap, and then
he's in
Captain Marvel
position.
comes in
Captain
and
Marvel
just
comes,
smacks it.
beats his ass. Well, no, because that's beforehand, because he beats it, and then Iron Man comes back and he's like, I gotta get these away, and he throws off Iron Man and he snaps and nothing happens, and then he looks at his glove, they're all gone, and then Iron Man has all of the stones.
but like on his glove, it was Iron Man's like.
It was just Iron Man's.
It was just Iron Man.
It was just
gauntlet,
Iron
so, like,
Man's
he
glove.
like switched it.
Yeah, I just
Well,
imagine
it's
like he just.
it's nanotech, so it's just like
It
yeah.
moves.
I just imagine
Yeah.
he magnetized it out
yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
So then he has them.
Yeah, because the
just on his-
gauntlets like was his as well.
Yeah, because there's no protective gauntlet. So there's like a very small protective gauntlet on him,
Yeah.
and he snaps, and you wonder what happens, and then all of Thanos' troops start to fade away.
But what did Iron Man say when he snapped his fingers?
Oh yeah, he says,
I am Iron Man.
am
I am Iron Man.
Iron Man. Like he waits way too long for me.
I think he said it a little faster than that.
Okay,
like-
well, yeah, it felt like that,
I am Iron Man.
and it snaps. All of Thanos is gone, and then he's like, oh crap, and then Thanos fades away, and then they're like, yes, we've done it, and then you look at Iron Man, and like half of his body's just
Burnt.
destroyed, and then so like, oh, before I forget, yeah, Captain America can lift Mjolnir.
He can not just Mjolnir, Stormbreaker too.
Yeah, he's
No,
just
no, give me
He
that.
has the power of Thor.
yeah. We'll get more to that stuff. So then
I
he's
kind of just want to see Endgame again just to see that
Covered.
Same.
because I love it.
because that's
Same.
we talked about crowds earlier. That's the moment the crowd went, oh shit.
Like everybody
was-
That was
screamed.
literally the time the crowd.
I was like,
oh, fuck.
I was so into that because like Thor is awesome. I didn't like some of the stuff they did in Ragnarok. I thought they made him too campy almost.
Really?
But
I love
yeah,
I
it's
love
whatever.
Ragnarok. It was
It's
great.
that's
liked it
another
too.
argument.
Favorite Avenger now.
So he comes back, and because Thor went to the past in Asgard to get the stone, he also grabbed Mjolnir, and so he has both. And so he's fighting Thanos, and suddenly he's about to lose, and then Cap just comes in and just beats him, and it's like
No, Cap's shield broke.
no,
So-
that's after. That's after.
No.
I thought the shield
Yeah.
was
No,
after.
shield breaks
No, because
first.
he's throwing it off the shield.
No. Shield breaks first. Then, like, Cap does the thing. He calls in Mjolnir.
No, the shield doesn't break first because I remember.
I thought it
thinking-
broke
No,
first.
I remember him
throws a hissy
thinking.
fit.
No,
I
yeah.
remember- I remember
yeah.
He
I
pulls
remember,
a
I
Kylo
remember
Ren.
me thinking. I remember me thinking when he was holding Mjolnir, like, oh fuck, is he gonna do like the thing where he's holding it and he goes like this? Like imagine Captain America holding Mjolnir in one arm
He
and
kinda
then his
did.
shield in the other.
No,
and
yeah.
He hits it like a.
No, because he throws the shield and throws Mjolnir off the shield.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
you're
so
right.
yeah.
You're right.
And then hissy fit, whatever. So Iron Man, yeah, I need to go back to Iron Man is like decrepit.
Yeah.
He's like, and so then each individual
What
like
a
makes a
switch.
character.
I like
What?
the trick.
War,
I love the
War
switch.
Machine's
That's
like War
happening.
Machine's War Machine's like
It's
stay
like
with me, buddy,
down
stay with
here.
me, and he's like, ugh.
It's like down here.
Captain's
It goes-
Spider-Man comes in. Spider-Man is just like
Devastated.
fuck.
Spider-Man.
Except Spider-Man doesn't say fuck.
Peter is like slowly devastated.
Like, he's like,
no,
oh
man, stay
God,
with
oh
me,
God,
stay
oh
with me,
God.
man. Come on.
And then Spider-Man is comforted by Pepper, and Pepper's like, hey,
Who is now rescue?
who
which
is now
so awesome.
yeah
The moment Pepper
It's-
comes in
it's-
as rescue is
it's
Glorious.
a comic book fans like dream for all these like characters. The Professor Hulk, all these things,
yeah. Anyway, as you were saying,
and then they have a conversation with Pepper. And she's like, I love you, like goodbye,
like, stay with me. Everything's gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, everything's
Kiss.
gonna be fine.
Everything's gonna be okay.
and he's gonna be okay, and he passes away. Iron Man's dead. His daughter. Yeah.
Can we just take a second? Iron Man has a kid.
I mean,
I was
fucking kid.
the moment I saw that he had a kid.
He's a good dad.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
great dad.
He's
Awesome.
an awesome dad.
The moment I saw that he had a kid though, my mind was like he's dying.
Yeah.
Because like he's the man with more to lose.
I also like how it was like because it sets it up too. Because at the beginning he's like, I'm going back. Even if this doesn't work, I still have my juice. You guys can figure it out. I'm gonna go. Because like I totally could have seen him piecing out, go back to the future, and he lives with his family. And then like the battle ensues, and he's like, I can't escape this.
Yeah.
And that's how he dies. I thought that would have been cool too. But yeah, he's a great dad.
He's a great dad. But man, I like there's a lot of shit that happens in this film.
It
It hurts.
Honestly, it really didn't feel long though.
No, I
No.
know, right? Like those
I
3
think it
hours
was-
just flew by.
Yeah,
Once
it was
they-
greatly.
The
it
last
was
two
really good
did. The
pace.
first, because there's the debate about whether you pee. I have a very tiny bladder. I knew I was going to make it. So I made the decision early. Like, I went literally an hour in because I looked at my phone.
You went
And
at a good time.
Yeah, I did. I went,
Right when they projected
recommendation.
Nebula.
Recommendation. Go once they figure out Nebula. There are 2 nebulas. Once Thanos figure out there are 2 nebulas, go then. Because you don't miss much, apparently.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you were pretty fast though.
Yeah, and I pee very quickly.
That's
It's a
like
talent.
the one thing that I always go
It's a
into
talent.
for movies is like the first time I'm gonna be like sit there, watch it, but then if I go second time I'm like, okay, I know exactly where like if I had to go.
I peed
like,
twice during Captain Marvel, and that's just because I'm like I know what I've seen,
Yeah.
and which is nice because if you go a second time, you can see the part you missed,
Yeah.
which I'll probably try to do because I'm like I'll probably go earlier than what I did last time because then
Mhm.
I'm like I want to see this part.
When I was
Because that's-
watching
You-
Guardians,
again, you didn't miss much.
When the first time I was watching Guardians 2, I had to go. I went to the bathroom during Rocket's scene in the forest where he's like doing all that shit, and that made me angry because like it was such a good scene, and I came back
That's-
like this is a good song. Like, I
That's
don't even
one
know
of
what
the
hell's
best
happening.
parts of that movie. Too.
Yeah, like I thought I knew what I was gonna happen. Like, oh, he's just gonna fight
That's-
people, but it was the best scene ever. That
Was
apart
that
from-
the last movie before? No, was that freshman year? That was freshman year.
That was definitely before Infinity War.
Yeah, that was my freshman year because I remember my friend Ryan worked at CBS, and they were having a showing in like Valley View or somewhere, wherever they had a station or something. And I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. And he's gonna invite my friend Jonathan, who's a huge comic book fan. Like, hey, you want to see Guardians 2? Well, Jonathan like became sick, and he's like, fuck, I have this extra ticket. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll go because I love Guardians.
Which,
And
by the way,
Awesome.
they set up a great like premise for the
Guardians 3.
yeah.
Yes.
Guardians.
As
Oh,
Guardians
God.
of the
Oh, yeah.
Galaxy.
As
Guardians of the Galaxy.
with fucking Thor. Yes.
Thor.
Hopefully, I mean,
Hopefully Thor uses the Bowflex.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
Well,
great.
then what is it? I imagine it is there because because in Infinity War, there's that scene with Quill. He's like, yeah, this has changed me. I'm gonna get a Bowflex.
I'm gonna
yeah.
get a Bowflex.
As much as Star Lord is a piece of shit in the first one, I really like Star Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are Star-Lord,
All right.
which
well, I mean,
henceforth makes me Gamora. So I mean, I'll take it.
Who's still dead?
in the
No,
DM,
oh yeah, right.
She's
no,
still dead.
That's not
Technically,
true.
yeah.
Well,
Technically yes.
Technically yes and
also
technically
no.
no.
because they
When Thanos comes, he brings his army, which includes Gamora,
Gamora and
because
Nebula.
and that's
she never has to
that's
change.
Pre-Guardian.
pre-Guardian, so she's still an assassin.
Mhm.
And she does turn because internally she's always been a good person.
Yeah. So like she knows nothing about the past like 2 Guardians movies.
Yeah.
Or even Infinity
Yeah,
War.
cause Star-Lord like goes to like touch her face, and she kicks
just
him.
whomps
She kicks him in the nuts, and he's like, you missed the first time, but you got them both the second time.
But yeah, I think that's a great premise now for
Mhm.
going into Guardians 3.
Absolutely. Because there's a lot that
Can't
you can
wait.
work with
Yeah.
there.
I can't wait.
I
for
just
that.
realized I'm watching like several shows that have time travel in them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like there was this.
Can I talk about how Captain Marvel didn't really do much?
I'm kind of mad
Until
about
the
that.
All
fir-
she
the
all
beginning?
she did was get a haircut.
She got
Yeah,
okay.
that's all she did. Was she
In-
got a haircut.
In the beginning, like the last moment in Captain Marvel, like the last scene where like she comes in, like where's Fury?
Yeah,
That wasn't shown. So
Yeah.
we had to assume immediately going in like okay.
I think
She's already
that
there.
Infinity War and
But like,
And-
how
and
many
Endgame?
days? How many days? Like he said, like 20-some days have passed or whatever. Like when he was in the like when Tony was talking to the helmet, he said like 20-some days.
well, okay. So here's my logic. I was explaining it to you, I think, on the way here. Basically, my thing was she gets the call, she comes back to Earth, and then they're like, "Hey, we're missing great people who we assume because of their resilience they're still alive." So she then goes searching the galaxy for those people and then finally finds them.
Right. Yeah.
So I feel like because she does mention like, "Hey, all the stuff that happened on Earth is also happening with thousands of planets across the galaxy. That's gonna take some time."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I think they did a good job
Yeah.
using her in this.
I really enjoyed watching her destroy Thanos' ship in
Yeah.
just like
That was awesome.
ease. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, and I think the thing is too, because she's such a powerful character, you don't want her in too much because then you'd be thinking, well, just have Captain Marvel do it.
Yeah, but she also isn't that much powerful because Thanos did overtake her.
Because he
But
had
that
fi-
was with
but
the
she
Power
had-
Stone,
That was with the power stone.
Yeah, because
So
he
that
had
was the Power
5 stones
Stone,
at that point.
not
and-
really Thanos.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, he needed it. He called an audible and like was like, "All right, hold on," and then
Yeah.
then used it.
Because, I mean, it is similar. I will give Marvel credit, and the Russo brothers credit. They don't break the rules they create often.
Nope.
Mhm.
And if they do, it's for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like, and it's even unintentional rules. Like in Infinity War, you see Scarlet Witch, who was given her powers through alterations with the Tesseract.
Mm-hmm.
So she's
I thought it was the Mind Stone.
whichever stone it is. She's given powers through a stone,
Yeah.
basically.
I think it is the Mind Stone.
And
think it
she
is the
and
Mind
she
Stone.
and those powers are able enough to push back to Thanos, who has 5 stones at this
Yeah.
point, and is able to hold him back for a brief moment. Captain Marvel is given powers in a similar way. So, and she is also able to hold off him and with 6 stones. So it adds up, because then it became like a direct, like the most powerful stone is directly on her.
Yeah. So
It's still like it's the same logic, and I greatly appreciated that.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's just a lot of good visual in this film too. Like when Tony snapped, and you just watched Thanos, like all of his army, everything that he's had, just fade away.
Mm-hmm.
You just see a man literally lose everything from like just power.
Yeah.
Like a man mad with power lost everything. You just see him kind of just like
Mm-hmm.
he's like either full of regret or like he's just
He
like,
just can't believe that.
yeah, he's like
He lost.
like
Yeah.
he lost and he accepts it. He sits there and waits. When you put out when you did the 4 pictures, you put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
I really wanted to insert the picture of Fry's dog
Oh.
because like and they'll be like Thanos,
Oh, that's mean.
but it was Thanos.
That's mean.
He did wait. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I'll just wait. You
That's
just wait.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, I do understand the whole like the problem with the time travel in this film too, because like now Nebula kills evil Nebula,
So now there's one.
is
Yeah, that
also,
was-
which also her past version.
That was the only question I really had was
Yeah, I thought about
technically
that too.
still it is a past version. It's I guess
Mhm.
maybe an alternate reality version, which based on other time travel like movies, like alternate reality versions you can still kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way
But-
that
It's
the way that quantum theory works is like the past is like another universe.
yeah, so I guess you're killing another you, and in that universe
Yeah.
you're gone. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Well, yeah, because it makes sense because it's like they're not there in that scenario now. They're
Yeah.
in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a whole nother like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
set
Instead
of
of-
rules that are
Yeah, so
happening.
'Cause there's
it's a universal.
Because
theory rather than-
technically still there is a universe where like I more go by infinite universe theory kind of way. I don't know
The
if that is
multiverse
multiverse
parallel.
theory,
Yeah.
where there is for every small interaction, there is a like
Another universe
another
gets
universe
created.
Yeah.
for it. So like there is one where they don't get the time travel stone. They don't get the stones,
Yeah.
and like she's still there.
And
Yeah.
and like
You
this
just
is
killed that reality, and there's another reality where like she actually defeats everyone.
and this is like probably reality 14,601,000.
No, that's 7.
Oh yes, 7.
It's only 7.
But it's the one.
It's the one.
the one.
It's the one. Oh, when Strange was like, This.
Mm.
Ooh.
It kind of sucked that Strange. Honestly, a lot of them didn't do much. Now I'm thinking about it.
Strange.
Well, they necessarily aren't Avengers, too.
Yeah.
But like they didn't do much in the.
Except for Spider-Man. He's an Avenger.
He was knighted, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Spider-Man was knighted.
Yeah, and that's why he is important.
But like it was like
He's important.
Oh, okay.
I think like we talked about it, Matt, when like how much like everyone got paid for this one, and it was like definitely like not as much as like probably the core,
Yeah.
like the original.
Definitely.
I mean the
'Cause
original.
They were only there for like the last like 10 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, and the original they like their end credits was like something special for them,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is really cool.
I like the way they
I
did
love the end credits.
And
I love
think
that.
the last major thing. So okay, I didn't hear it. This is an end credits thing. So there is no really end credits scene.
Mm-hmm.
But
There is a sound.
now I didn't personally hear it the way everyone else did.
You thought it was somebody's phone.
I just thought it was somebody's phone going off because there was someone's phone that went off.
Yeah.
Like towards the end, it was like doo doo doo.
Yeah, but it wasn't-
Some sound was made, and I was turned focused to that,
Mm-hmm.
and I turned back the Marvel logo. So I'm like, okay, there was no end credit scene. Wow, but apparently there was enough time for there to be a metal hit.
A
something,
metal tink.
It
like
was
a
a
metal
metal
tink.
tink.
Yeah.
Was it 2 or 3 times?
It was basically
Several.
from Iron Man.
Yeah, because you saw Iron Man 1.
Yeah,
after that.
I watched it.
And
Iron Man
they
1 again.
mirrored the last scene, or like what?
No,
like
it was like the
last-
first thing that like when he makes the Mark 1 armor and he's hitting it on the anvil in that cave. It's that noise.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
noise.
that makes
okay.
sense.
Yeah.
And they did that. I think they just did that in like tribute to Iron Man as a.
That's
character
what
himself.
I guess.
To those we have lost.
Yeah.
And Indefinitely this time.
So I'll look because there were like those. Oh, there are mid-credit scenes at the tearful moment.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. I thought it was
You thought-
shing shing and the claws coming out because so
you thought it was
because I
Wolverine.
like we talked about reading synopsis earlier. I read something that was like it was like the highlights basically. Like here are 5. It was so I read over the winter break. I read it was basically highlights for like the 3 acts of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhat synopsis, half synopsis, half not. And it was one of those. Okay, it's just I want to see how they get there. And one of the things was they highlighted that 3 end credit scenes. The first one was Tony and Pepper with their kids, like, because in this theory, Cap dies.
Yeah.
And so like they're like at his grave, like you were right, and now like whatever it takes or something like that, and he's got a family with Pepper. And then the second end credit scene, which I wish they had done, was Ronan or Clint with his wife. They drop off their kids at Peter Parker's to be like a babysitter. They come back and they're all webbed to the wall, and he goes, "I can explain." I really wish they had done that.
That would've been funny.
That would have been funny. Something
Something
funny
that doesn't
like that.
even has anything to do with like a next movie.
No, yeah,
or
because
whatever.
usually those are like if there are multiple ones, there's always one that's funny, like shawarma,
Yeah.
or and then there's one like that.
Even
And
like even at
then-
the end of Captain Marvel, it was just a cat vomiting up the Tesseract. Like it had nothing to do
That
with
was
it.
not just a cat.
Sorry, yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But-
And then the last scene they had was guy gets robbed in like it's still post-apocalyptic because they save the day, and he's like, "Hey, give me your money," and he's like, "You don't want to do this," and it's like, "No, give me your money," and like the guy punched him in the face. He turns around and like it heals, and then he just rips up his fist and the claws come out, and then it cuts. And I think the reason they didn't do that is because they still don't have the rights
They
No,
still,
they-
at
no,
the time of
didn't.
filming. At the time
Oh,
of
yeah.
filming,
at
they
the
didn't
time
have
of
the
filming.
rights.
Yeah.
They do now.
Yeah, so we can probably see Fantastic Four sometime in the future.
Fantastic 4-4.
Hey, they were actually there though.
They can bring back Chris Evans as
Nah, I
The
think
Human
he might
Torch.
be done.
You know how expensive that would be to bring him back as Human
too
Torch?
much.
Well,
but
actually,
I'm just
from
saying.
what I've heard is that Chris Evans is going to be taking director stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
For Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
I kind of
He's going to be directing stuff.
Okay, now I kind of actually like want to get Disney Plus.
Yeah. Disney, they're getting him to be. I don't know what he's directing, but I think he wanted
Winter
to
Soldier
be.
and Falcon.
yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end, because they have to return all the stones. As we said earlier, Cap does that, and he stays in the past with.
I knew he wasn't gonna come back.
Oh, I knew too.
You knew he wasn't gonna
Also,
come back
he
as soon
returned,
as he volunteered.
and also something little that I like. It takes you a few seconds to realize. So he goes back with Mjolnir, and I imagine he returns that when he goes to Asgard.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I wonder if Thor went without Mjolnir.
No, yeah. So it would have been like 5 seconds. It just like whooshed away. He's like, huh, where'd that go? And he does it again, and then it comes back. Because that's why it takes a few seconds to get
Yeah.
there. So he goes back, stays with Penny. Peggy. Why did I say Penny?
You're like messing up every name.
I'm
You
tired,
say that's
man.
who you're gonna be for Halloween next year.
So yeah, we do that, and he stays, and then he's an old man, and he talks to Falcon, and he's like, "Hey, you're Captain America now." And he's like, "I don't want to be Captain America." He's like, "No, you're Captain America now." And Bucky's like, "Yeah, that guy's Captain America now."
Part of me's like really wanted Bucky to be Captain America, but if
It'd be
Bucky's
a
gonna
clash
be,
of the arm, because then he's covering up his arm with.
yeah,
the
but it's like
Yeah.
if Bucky's gonna if Sam is gonna be Captain America, then Bucky's gonna be White Wolf, which
Yeah.
with that in mind,
Alright.
I'm cool with it.
He was already called White Wolf.
White
too,
Wolf in Wakanda.
Yeah. It was his name there.
Yeah, so I'm not too salty about it. I'm
There's-
cool with it.
We're almost coming to the end of this, but there's two things that I want to say. One of them has to do with a time thing. Now, because the people that were dusted, it only felt like a couple seconds to them.
Mm-hmm.
The people that weren't dusted aged 5 years.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that before.
So
yeah, that
there's
would
now
be-
half the world is now 5 years older than they should be, or no, 5 years younger than they should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how they have to correct so much shit now.
What do you mean?
That's on the
Because-
government.
Like the
The
okay,
government has to be like, okay, no, actually, you're.
And
this
that's
age, you're
that's
this
all
age.
paperwork.
because imagine all the kids that like in Peter Parker's school. Imagine all the kids like some of them aged 5 years. They're out of school.
I really like that scene because it was just like, no one knows
Yet
what happened.
no one knows, but like other people do.
The 50% do know, but 50% don't. Like they just go about it like
We're like, huh? What?
They're
Like,
I
oh,
imagine it'll be
gosh.
explained to them.
probably.
We'll
yeah.
probably find out a little bit more about the aftermath of that in
It's
Far From
similar-
Home.
I think
maybe.
so.
It's
Yeah.
similar to the logic of like what happened in the show called Manifest. There's a plane that's gone for 2 years.
Oh, 5. That one's 5 too.
Oh, it's 5. Wow.
I think it's 5.
Manifest is actually a Marvel movie.
Oh,
Um,
jeez.
Yeah, it's
Seriously?
basically a show. No, it's not.
No.
Basically, it's a show where like a plane
Goes missing.
goes missing and it comes
then it
back
comes
5
back.
years into the future, and they're like, "You've been gone for 5 years," and like, "No, we haven't. It felt
Oh
like
yeah.
we just a plane."
Mhm.
Weird.
But then the other thing that I have to say, I really got an emotion out of the end credits, like the title cards or whatever they did for like the main cast.
Oh, I cried.
Mhm.
I cried.
I really enjoyed that. 'Cause
It was.
it
That's
was-
honestly, I was like, this makes sense.
like it felt very personal.
It was another thing that I called. I think I was like, because I didn't see them at all until like they were the last ones to be there.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're doing something special with them, and it was, and I was like, this makes sense. This is
Mhm.
something. It was something I would have done.
Like Robert Downey Jr. deserves a lot of love for Iron Man.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, of course.
he's taken some questionable roles in the past, but whenever he's all about Iron Man and Marvel and all that stuff, he's a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's great, and it sucks that he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks that Tony Stark is
Yeah.
gone, but like, damn, it's really good to see all of this kind of stuff just culminate after 10 years and just like,
It's a good ending, though.
yeah, it's a
really good ending.
it's a real good ending to a really good story, and now they can just kind of focus on
Mhm.
like singular stories. Hopefully.
I don't know how anything will top this.
I don't think anything is
I don't
meant
think
to
they
top
can.
this.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
can toss in like another sequel to Black Panther and Doctor Strange and all that stuff, but
I
like
think it's going to be a couple more singular movies, and then I think Marvel's going to be done.
I feel like they'll just kind of trickle out, maybe
Yeah.
do like one movie every year rather than like
Yeah.
They're
3 or
gonna get the
4.
Pixar treatment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like just because they want to put more stuff on Disney Plus. I
Mhm.
think they can probably focus more of their time on that.
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I definitely don't want to watch anything after this now. Like, I think
Yeah.
I'm done now.
I I'll
think that's
definitely
it.
look.
I think-
I'll definitely look to see. I do want to watch Spider-Man just to see what it's like afterwards.
I think
Yeah.
it'd be a good note for Marvel to end on if they end here.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's good for them to stop here.
It is
Instead
good.
of like making another movie and making a mistake.
Yeah, because like Mike said it before, he like wanted to see them do Secret Wars, where like everyone's kind of there. But this was kind of.
I didn't say that.
Well, you also said you wanted to see Secret Wars.
I said it would be.
An interesting.
That was
A
before
good
I saw
setup for
this.
it.
Yeah, that's
Before
true.
I saw Endgame, I was like, Secret Wars would be awesome. But now I'm like, they can't. They can't do
they can't.
anything like
they
that.
can't. They can't do it anymore because literally the entire last fight was everybody coming together.
I'll be the one that says I still think I want to see that for one reason only.
Venom suit Spider-Man.
Civil War isn't good.
Civil War isn't good.
It's not good. And I want a full because to me Civil War like it's
They could do Civil War 2.
no it's no
Captain
hear me
America,
out.
Civil War 2.
Secret Wars is Civil
No, Civil War 2
So-
is Captain Marvel versus Iron Man, pretty much.
So
but he's dead.
So basically it becomes down to Secret Wars is that Civil War where like they actually have reasons to fight. Because to me in Civil War it's kind of like iffy.
Great, more Sokovia Accords.
No, it's not Sokovia Accords. Where like these are like actually bad people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these are people with evil agendas and like there's a reason for them fighting that's legitimate. And so they have this where like cuz I think this is a good note to end on, but I think there's enough goodwill they've made with all the great movies that people will still see a few of them. And then once it starts to dip, then they're going to bring back another like big universe building thing and people are going to get hype again.
But at the same time, I also for a new audience maybe.
Yeah, for a new
But
audience
for the
because
current
another
audience,
another
I think
decade.
Marvel is aware of Marvel fatigue.
No. It's not Marvel aware of that. Is it Disney? Because Disney isn't. Because Star Wars fatigue exists.
Right. Well, I mean,
Yeah, Disney
Well,
isn't gonna get it.
No, we talked about this on the last podcast when we were talking about Rise of Skywalker, that they are done making Star Wars movies after Rise of Skywalker comes
they're
out.
not.
They're
Star
not.
Wars
They're not releasing
saga.
anything. They're taking they're taking a break because they're like the anthology movies are done because they messed up with Solo.
I
And-
liked Solo, but
Yeah, I did too.
I like
I loved Solo. It was
it
great.
didn't make as much
Not a
money.
Star Wars fan.
That's fair. Not yet.
But they're taking a break because the fans of Star Wars are just fed up with Disney.
I think it's more the fans of Star Wars are the worst,
They are the
most
worst.
toxic fan
terrible.
bases there is,
they are.
and there's no
they are
pleasing a Star Wars
completely
fan.
terrible.
except like the ones that get it.
You know what? You're right. Because my art teacher was a huge Star Wars fan, and nothing made him happy.
So the thing is, I think because they are making a ton of movies, because what's his name? The director who directed Last Jedi is getting his own trilogy.
Yeah, but it's not anytime soon.
No, yeah, it's pretty far.
Probably like 2 years. I
But
would
that's,
say.
But like Marvel,
I mean,
like,
Marvel's
they-
still gonna have movies that go over the next 3 years. They
they
have
do-
another phase they've
yeah,
already
they have
announced.
another phase, but like it also
This is
depends
just
on
gonna be
how
another
this
origin phase.
works because like there are like their audience, they definitely see that Endgame is like, okay, that's enough for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be another big. There's probably gonna be a big break before like any.
Because like the
Anything
next
happens.
movie that comes out is Spider-Man: Far From Home,
How?
and that's just like a continuation of like what happens.
No,
after.
I think this is gonna be like an Iron Man 1 type of. It's not an origin story because we know who Iron Man is, but it's a movie with a character you know. And the next one is gonna be like. Well, the next one is Black Panther, a movie with a character you already know because you already know who Captain America is. A little bit like origin stuff.
And then isn't
Then Doctor
Strange?
Strange, a movie with a character you already know. That's
Guardians
Thor.
3.
And this,
Guardians
it's
3,
a
yeah.
slow build of like, okay. And then you have like the original Avengers type movie where it's going to be like all these characters, you know, back together doing something big. And then it's going to be like wait, there's a bigger story. And they're going to hint at it, slowly build until finally you're at another Endgame type event. Probably even bigger than before.
Deadpool versus the MCU.
That's
Maybe.
it. That's how it ends.
Ooh, that'd be good.
I don't think they're done.
I-
Is it going to be as good? We don't know. That's
I
up to
can
debate.
say-
But I
comics,
don't think
like,
they're
they have
done.
a lot to work off.
I can
of.
say
yeah.
confidently that right now, as of now, I will only see Far From Home and Guardians 3. And that's
Yeah.
it. And I think I'm done.
I will see them all.
I would
Maybe
see
not
Doctor
Bla-
Strange too.
I will see any movie that I just feel like. I will definitely see Guardians. I'll definitely see Spider-Man. And
In the
and
theaters,
Doctor
I don't
Strange.
know.
I'm gonna see all of them because
But I'm going to
just
see
a
all of
Marvel
them.
fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm
I-
gonna see all of them.
And
I
that's where they have us.
Yeah,
We're
I'm-
Marvel
yeah.
fans now.
Yep. But
Yeah.
instead of just watching a movie because you need to make sure what's going to happen in Endgame, now you can just watch it just because you want to.
Yeah.
Not because it's going to like go into another certain thing.
Marvel's gonna get my money no matter what.
Yeah. Well,
Disney's gonna get your money no matter
Disney.
what.
I
yeah.
know, but I like to think
Marvel
it's going
is-
to Marvel instead.
Marvel. I don't know. They get their own thing, but
They get like 2 cents for every.
no. Overall, like solid movie, really solid.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed this film.
Yeah.
Out of 10, solid 8.2.
I'm gonna say
8.2.
8.5.
8.2.
I don't do
I know. Yeah.
decimals. I'm going full 8.
Full 8.
Yeah.
I give it.
Solid.
I think it's yeah. To me,
We're-
it's slightly
we're all-
higher than it.
It's like I give it like an 8.7.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Like, because like
Between
there's
8 and
definitely
9.
there's definitely moments that it could use some work.
Yeah.
But
I want to
But
know.
even then,
overall,
like,
I really
I
Slow
enjoyed.
wanna
parts
know-
didn't feel slow to me.
Yeah, it moved very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
that
But
first.
for 3 hours, like for that, it worked great.
The stuff
It
in
didn't feel
space
like 3
between
hours.
Gamora and Iron Man wasn't.
Nebula.
Even, yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Nebula.
I'm
Jeez.
done. I'm just.
Yeah.
You're.
All right.
Plug my microphone.
Well, that's it for the KSUIF podcast, everybody. Or
Don't
whoever-
spoil it.
Don't hashtag don't spoil.
Yeah, if
Endgame.
other people haven't,
Yeah, if you were watching this and you or
Watch what
listening
you
to this,
say.
Yeah, watch what you say. Watch out who you're listening to this around, because
Please don't put this on speaker. Please use headphones.
Please. Well, we should have said that before.
unless
alright.
everyone's seen the movie.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
yeah, don't spoil for anybody who hasn't seen the movie. It's Monday, so more people have seen it since fresh out today.
Mm.
But like, the movie's out, so more spoilers are about.
What do I do with the next 10 years of my life?
Just keep watching Endgame.
Maybe
Yeah,
you should
no,
maybe
yeah.
you should start a family. Look
Nah.
out and see the
Ah.
sky. Yeah. Too soon? Never too soon. Anyway, guys, that's it for the KSUIF podcast, everybody. We'll see you next week for our final episode.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Damn. Final
That's our
episode.
final episode.
It's the end game of the podcast.
Oh.
We are quite literally in the end game now.
Yep.
Oh.
Sorry.
Anyway, guys.
Who
see
do you have on?
What?
Who do you have on?
I think we have President Anna Katzis.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Love you 3000.